Sonny's a dancer.
Yes, and art. Oh, my goodness.
Sonny, don't do that.
The casting process for the 1980 TV series Bosom Buddies brought together a talented group of actors through auditions and chemistry tests. Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari were chosen for the lead roles of Kip Buffy and Henry Hildegard. Hanks, already with some experience in theater, showcased his comedic talent and versatility during his audition, while Scolari's background in improvisational theater helped him stand out. For the role of Sonny Lumet, the hotel manager, Wendie Jo Sperber was cast. She had previously worked with the show's creators on another project, which helped her secure the part. The chemistry between Hanks, Scolari, and Sperber was evident from their first table read, setting the stage for the show's unique dynamic. Casting for the female leads, Amy Phillips and Isabelle Hammond, involved searching for actresses who could portray strong, independent women, while also showcasing their comedic abilities. Telma Hopkins, a seasoned actress with experience in both film and television, was cast as Amy Phillips, while Donna Dixon, a former model and newcomer to acting, was chosen for the role of Isabelle Hammond. During the audition process, the creators looked for actors who could bring their characters to life, while also having the right chemistry with their co-stars. Pivotal moments in the casting process included Hanks and Scolari's memorable auditions, Sperber's established rapport with the show's creators, and the undeniable chemistry between all cast members during early read-throughs. These elements combined to create the iconic cast of Bosom Buddies.
To you this way, Ruth. If she is not in on the presentation Friday, Mountain Pine won't be there either.
The directorial vision behind the 1980 TV series Bosom Buddies was shaped by its director, Alan Rafkin. Known for his work on various sitcoms, Rafkin brought a sense of humor and a knack for visual storytelling to the show. His approach was to create a light-hearted, entertaining series that would appeal to a wide audience. Rafkin's creative influences included classic Hollywood comedies and the work of directors like Frank Capra and Billy Wilder. He was known for his ability to elicit natural performances from his actors and for his attention to detail in staging and camera work. In Bosom Buddies, Rafkin collaborated closely with the cast and crew to bring the story to life. He worked closely with the show's stars, Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari, to develop their characters and create a believable and entertaining dynamic between them. Rafkin's direction helped to establish Hanks as a talented comedic actor and set the stage for his successful film career. Rafkin's style was characterized by his use of visual gags, physical comedy, and clever dialogue. He was known for his ability to create a warm and inviting atmosphere on set, which helped to foster a collaborative and creative environment. His approach to directing Bosom Buddies was to create a show that was both funny and relatable, with a focus on character development and strong storytelling. Overall, Rafkin's directorial vision was instrumental in bringing Bosom Buddies to life. His creative influences, style, and collaborative approach helped to establish the show as a beloved classic and set the stage for the successful careers of its stars.
And leave her alone.
Henry, go back to work and leave her alone!
Bosom Buddies was a groundbreaking 1980s TV series that starred Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari. The show revolved around two advertising men who disguised themselves as women to live in an affordable all-female apartment building. It's a hilarious series with many surprising twists and turns. Perhaps you have a personal story about how Bosom Buddies has impacted your life, or a favorite memory of watching the show. We would love to hear about it in the comments below. I was first introduced to Bosom Buddies when I was a teenager, and I immediately fell in love with the humor and the unique storyline. The show has since become a classic, and it's easy to see why. Throughout the series, there are many funny, shocking, and even sad moments that will keep you engaged from beginning to end. From Tom Hanks's memorable performance to the show's clever writing, Bosom Buddies is a must-watch for anyone who loves classic television. So, sit back and enjoy as we take a closer look at this iconic TV series and share some fascinating facts that you might not know. From behind-the-scenes stories to little-known trivia, you won't want to miss a thing. And don't forget to share your own Bosom Buddies memories and experiences in the comments below. We can't wait to hear from you.
All right, bring us 10 root beers.
The production of the 1980 TV series, Bosom Buddies, took place primarily in Los Angeles, California. The set design was instrumental in creating the show's unique premise, where two men disguise themselves as women to live in an affordable all-female apartment building. The production team transformed a soundstage into the elaborate Susan B. Anthony Hotel, the main location of the series. They built detailed hotel sets, including a lobby, apartment units, and a laundry room, to provide a believable setting for the characters' adventures. In addition to the studio sets, the production also filmed exterior scenes at various locations. For instance, the exterior shots of the Susan B. Anthony Hotel were filmed at the Biltmore Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. The crew had to navigate logistical challenges, such as coordinating with the hotel staff and guests to ensure smooth filming. Bosom Buddies was one of the first television series to employ video editing techniques, such as chroma keying, to combine live-action footage with pre-recorded material. This innovative approach allowed the production team to create the show's humorous and visually engaging scenes, such as the characters' transformation into women using makeup and wigs. Despite the challenges, the Bosom Buddies production team successfully created a memorable and entertaining series. Their use of innovative video editing techniques and detailed set design contributed to the show's success and left a lasting impact on television comedy.
I don't think names are necessary, do you?
Oh, she's just a little camera shy.
Bosom Buddies is a classic TV series that first aired in the 1980s, starring Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari. The show tells the story of Kip Wilson and Henry Desmond, two young men who, after losing their apartment, dress up as women to live in a hotel for women only. Kip and Henry, who work at an ad agency, are played by Hanks and Scolari, who would later become well-known actors in their own right. In the series, Kip and Henry, who dream of becoming an artist and writer respectively, find themselves in an all-women's apartment building after their old building is demolished. To get around the regulations, they borrow some ladies' clothing from their workplace and pose as Buffy and Hildegard, sisters to Kip and Henry. When they realize how nice and affordable the place is, they decide to make it more permanent and rent the room across the hall from Amy, a secretary at their ad agency who has a crush on Henry. The series, which lasted for 2 seasons, is known for its quirky humor and the chemistry between Hanks and Scolari. The show's comedy is often improvisational, making it one of the funniest things on TV at the time. Watching it all these years later, it's still hilarious and enjoyable. However, it's worth noting that the show could not be made today due to the current politically correct atmosphere. Many of the jokes and situations in the show would be considered inappropriate by today's standards. But the show does a great job of exploring the natural attraction between men and women, and the way men look at women as mere meat rather than as entire entities. The show also highlights the importance of comedy in making us uncomfortable at times, making us think and consider all there is around us. It's a more subtle approach that unites rather than divides, never taking sides like many of today's comedies do. CBS Home Entertainment has released the complete series in a single box, making it easy for new viewers to discover the show, and for fans to have all the seasons together in one spot. If you've never seen the show, it's definitely worth checking out. You'll find yourself laughing from start to finish, and getting to see a different side of Tom Hanks, who is more inclined to remind you of Robin Williams than the star he is today.
Mike Todd, Eddie Fisher, Richard Burton, John Warner. 7, you're both.
The creation of the Bosom Buddies score and soundtrack was a collaboration between composer Ian Freebairn-Smith and musician John Slatford. The duo worked together to create music that complemented the narrative and emotional tone of the 1980 TV series. Freebairn-Smith, an accomplished composer, was known for his work on various TV shows and films. He aimed to create music that enhanced the comedic and heartfelt moments of Bosom Buddies. Slatford, a talented musician, played various instruments for the show's score, adding depth and richness to the music. The score featured a variety of styles, from upbeat and playful to slow and contemplative. For instance, the theme song, My Life, was a catchy and lighthearted tune that captured the spirit of the show. Meanwhile, the dramatic moments were underscored by more somber and emotional music. Freebairn-Smith and Slatford worked closely with the show's creators and actors to ensure that the music aligned with the narrative and character development. They watched early cuts of episodes and discussed the emotional arcs of the characters with the showrunners. As a result, the music became an integral part of the storytelling, heightening the comedic and emotional moments of the show. The soundtrack also featured popular songs from the early 1980s, further enhancing the show's nostalgic appeal. These songs were carefully selected to complement the narrative and emotional tone of each episode. in creating the Bosom Buddies score and soundtrack. Freebairn Smith and Slatford aimed to elevate the show's storytelling and emotional resonance. Their collaboration resulted in a memorable and enduring soundtrack that has become synonymous with the beloved TV series.
Quite a lot in common. He just loves his body, and so do I.
Tom Hanks met his future wife, Rita Wilson, on the set of Bosom Buddies in 1981, although both were in other relationships at the time. They started dating years later while working together on Volunteers. Rita's acting career began with her role as Sonny on Bosom Buddies. To distinguish herself during the audition, she wore a bright red tracksuit as an unknown among many competitors. One of the most iconic scenes in the 1980 TV series Bosom Buddies is the opening title sequence, where Kip, Sonia, and Henry Hildegard disguise themselves as women to live in the affordable Susan B. Anthony Hotel. The scene is shot in a single take, following the duo's quick change in a narrow alleyway. The direction, performance, and cinematography create a perfect blend of humor, tension, and visual interest, setting the stage for the rest of the series. In an interview, director James Burrows mentioned that the opening sequence was carefully planned and rehearsed to capture the right balance of slapstick and character development. Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari's performances are spot on, showcasing their comedic timing and ability to create believable characters, despite the outlandish premise. The cinematography, with its mobile camera and dramatic lighting, adds to the scene's impact, making it a memorable and engaging start to each episode. Another iconic scene is the episode High Anxiety, where Kip, Sonia, and Henry Hildegard must navigate a high society party while maintaining their disguises. The scene is filled with visual gags, clever dialogue, and physical comedy as the characters try to avoid being discovered. The performances by Hanks and Scolari are nuanced and engaging, with their characters' growing confidence and charm on display. The cinematography and direction create a sense of elegance and tension, making the scene both entertaining and emotionally resonant. In interviews, Hanks and Scolari have commented on the challenges and rewards of playing cross-gender roles, noting that the series allowed them to explore a wide range of emotions and experiences. The impact of Bosom Buddies can be seen in the many subsequent television shows and films that have used gender bending and cross-dressing as central themes, highlighting the series' enduring influence and cultural significance.
He tried to attack you?
He tried to attack my sheep!
The creation of the 1980 TV series, Bosom Buddies, was prompted by the producer's pitch of a buddy comedy reminiscent of Billy Wilder's films to ABC. The network approved the series, but with the condition that the main characters had to disguise themselves as women, inspired by the film Some Like It Hot. Despite the sudden change, the producers managed to create the series with minimal network interference. Interestingly, the pilot episode was shot on film, while the rest of the series was shot on videotape. The show's humor often revolved around Anson Williams, a recurring theme throughout the series. While the show was a straightforward comedy, it was not without its challenges. However, the producer's ability to adapt to the network's demands and create an entertaining show is a testament to their creativity and flexibility. The show's enduring popularity among older audiences is a testament to its appeal and staying power.
It's cheap. Yes, but I'm dressed like a woman. We'd constantly be surrounded.
Bosom Buddies, a 1980s TV series, made a significant cultural and social impact through its groundbreaking concept and humor. The show revolved around two men who disguised themselves as women to live in an affordable all-female apartment building. This unique premise resonated with audiences, making it a popular show and contributing to the broader conversation on gender norms and expectations. The series influenced pop culture by introducing a new level of physical comedy and cross-dressing humor. It also showcased the versatility of its lead actors, Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari, who both demonstrated their comedic talents and range. The show's success paved the way for future sitcoms that explored unconventional themes and situations. Bosom Buddies contributed to discussions on relevant social and cultural themes by challenging traditional gender roles and stereotypes. While the show did not explicitly promote feminist ideologies, it subtly questioned the societal expectations placed on men and women through its comedic lens. The series also highlighted the importance of friendship and camaraderie, as the two main characters relied on each other to navigate their unusual circumstances. In summary, Bosom Buddies left an indelible mark on the cultural and social landscape of the 1980s through its innovative premise, comedic prowess, and subtle exploration of gender roles. The show's success and influence continue to be felt in modern television as it remains a testament to the power of humor and friendship in overcoming life's challenges.
That I can do her job twice as well as she can. So stop whining and do it. What? I said do it. Get her job. You've got real talent.
Donna Dixon, who played Tom Hanks' girlfriend in Bosom Buddies, later married Dan Aykroyd. In 1987, they starred together in the movie Dragnet. After Bosom Buddies ended, there was a surge in cross-dressing comedies like Tootsie, Yentl, Just One of the Guys, and Victor, Victoria. In 2013, Tom Hanks made his Broadway debut in Lucky Man, the last play written by his friend and frequent director, Nora Ephron. Hanks' co-star was Peter Scolari, his Bosom Buddies co-star. This was Hanks' first stage appearance since his junior college days. Bosom Buddies was a trendsetter, as it preceded the cross-dressing comedy trend in movies by a few years. The show's cancellation led to a series of successful cross-dressing comedies, demonstrating the genre's popularity.
What happened?
Bosom Buddies, a 1980 TV series, received mixed reviews from critics. Some praised the show for its innovative concept and the chemistry between the lead actors, Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari. However, others criticized it for its reliance on broad humor and stereotypes. The New York Times, in a review by John J. O'Connor, called it a surprisingly engaging new comedy series and commended the lead actors for their winning performances. The show's premise, in which two men dress in drag to live in an affordable all-female apartment complex, was also noted for its originality. On the other hand, Variety magazine criticized the show for its tired and predictable humor and its reliance on stereotypes. The review also noted that the show's premise wears thin quickly. Despite the mixed reviews, Bosom Buddies had a dedicated audience and was nominated for several awards. It was nominated for 2 Primetime Emmy Awards in 1981, including Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series for both Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari. The show was also nominated for a Golden Globe Award for Best Television Series, Musical, or Comedy in 1981. The nominations and awards for Bosom Buddies were significant for those involved in the show, as it helped to establish the careers of Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari. The nominations also highlighted the show's innovative concept and the strong performances of its lead actors. In conclusion, while Bosom Buddies received mixed reviews from critics, it was praised for its originality and the strong performances of its lead actors. The show's nominations and awards helped to establish the careers of Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari and highlighted the show's innovative concept.
If you ask me, it's caca.
Peter Scolari, one of the stars of Bosom Buddies, appeared in the 1996 film That Thing You Do, directed by his Bosom Buddies co-star Tom Hanks. The Charles Brothers producers and James Burrows, key figures in the creation of Bosom Buddies, conducted auditions for the hit show Cheers on the set of Bosom Buddies. Interestingly, the main characters in the series are named after 2 bars in Berkeley, California: Kips and Henry's. This shows the connection between the show and real-world bars, adding a touch of realism to the series.
Go on. This is how I'm going to deal with all of you rude little cousins.
In the early 1980s, the TV series Bosom Buddies brought laughter to audiences with its unique story of 2 men dressing as women to live in an affordable all-female hotel. The show is still remembered for launching the careers of Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari. During the filming, the cast and crew formed a close-knit community. Hanks and Scolari, who played roommates Kip and Henry, would often improvise scenes together, contributing to their natural on-screen chemistry. Their camaraderie extended off-screen as well, with Hanks playing practical jokes on Scolari to keep things lighthearted. The show's premise led to some memorable moments. For instance, Hanks had to wear a prosthetic bosom for his character, which he named Mary, and would often talk to between takes. This quirky habit became a running joke on set. The production faced challenges too. The tight filming schedule meant long hours, and the intricate cross-dressing scenes required meticulous planning. However, these challenges only strengthened the bond among the cast and crew. Behind the scenes, Bosom Buddies was a mix of hard work, laughter, and creativity. The show's legacy lies not only in its groundbreaking humor, but also in the enduring friendship between its 2 leading stars.
Mail for you. Hildy, you got a package. Sounds like a dead...
In the first season of Bosom Buddies, the advertising agency where Kip and Henry were employed was Livingston, Gentry, and Michigan. However, Peter Scolari, who played Kip, later revealed that they were initially promised by the producers that the drag gag would only last for the first season, and the characters would become more normal. This turned out to be untrue, as the drag act remained the central premise of the show. Tom Hanks and Wendie Jo Sperber, who also starred in Bosom Buddies, later co-starred together in Bachelor Party.
From your secret admirer, Coco.
Oh, Amy.
Bosom Buddies, a 1980 TV series, may not be as well known as some other shows of its time, but it certainly left its mark on television history. The show is notable for its unique premise of two men disguising themselves as women to live in an affordable all-female apartment building, which was quite bold and innovative for its time. The series provided a platform for its talented cast, including Tom Hanks, who would go on to become one of Hollywood's biggest stars. The show's success also paved the way for other cross-dressing comedies and helped to challenge gender norms in popular culture. Bosom Buddies' impact on future filmmaking is evident in the many TV shows and movies that have since explored similar themes of gender fluidity and identity. The series proved that there was an audience for these types of stories and helped to open the door for more diverse and inclusive representation on screen. One of the most notable works inspired by Bosom Buddies is the popular movie Tootsie, which also features a man disguising himself as a woman to further his career. The film went on to become a critical and commercial success, earning 10 Academy Award nominations and solidifying the cross-dressing comedy genre's popularity. In conclusion, while Bosom Buddies may not be as celebrated as some other TV shows of its time, its legacy and influence are undeniable. The series helped to challenge gender norms, pave the way for more diverse representation on screen, and inspire future filmmakers to explore similar themes in their work.
Not with what I've got to tell you. That's not a present. Tell me it's not the present.
It's a present.
The theme song for Bosom Buddies' opening credits was originally Billy Joel's My Life, but some reruns and home video releases use Stepfanie Mills' vocal version of the show's end credit instrumental theme, Shake Me Loose. Despite being set in New York City, the show was filmed in Los Angeles, where palm trees are visible in the opening scenes. Telma Hopkins, one of the cast members, was previously a vocalist in the music group Tony Orlando and Dawn. She showcases her singing talents in many Bosom Buddies episodes, even making a reference to their hit Single Tie a Yellow Ribbon in one episode.
Try. The barbecued beef ribs are just fabulous. Ice cream is good too.
Okay. Kevin.
In the summer of 1984, the movie Splash helped make Tom Hanks a familiar face in American households. Around the same time, NBC acquired the rights to the sitcom Bosom Buddies and began re-airing select episodes to kick off their Saturday night lineup. The show, which originally aired on ABC, featured Hanks and co-star Peter Scolari as two friends who disguise themselves as women to live in an affordable all-female apartment building. Through its humor and unique premise, Bosom Buddies provided an early glimpse of Hanks's comedic talent, contributing to his rising stardom.
All right. Thank you. What a guy. Man, you guys on saxophone are great the way you're doing that dance back there.
In the 1980 TV series Bosom Buddies, a shocking and tragic trivia fact is that the lead actress, Petty Ann Miller, was replaced after the pilot episode due to network executives' concerns about her drawing power compared to her male co-stars. This decision was a significant loss for the show, as Miller had already established herself as a talented dancer and actress. The series followed the lives of two friends who disguised themselves as women to live in an affordable all-female hotel, leading to humorous and often absurd situations. Despite the initial setback, the show found success with its unique premise and comedic performances, but it was ultimately canceled after 2 seasons due to low ratings.
Ladies looking for a place to live.
Absolutely.
Amy, you pardon me, crap, the heart is still condemned.
If the 80s sitcom Bosom Buddies brought you laughter and delight, we'd love to hear your stories. Share your favorite memories, moments, or ways this groundbreaking series influenced your perspective on cinema. Did you enjoy the unique premise of two men dressing as women to live in an affordable all-female hotel? Or perhaps you admired the comedic talents of Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari? Whatever your thoughts, we'd be thrilled to have you engage with us. Like, share, and comment on this post, and consider subscribing for more cinematic explorations Let's celebrate the impact Bosom Buddies had on television and our lives.
Thanks very much for the brew.
No problem. Enjoy. Say, Ruth, have you ever seen